Hey, grace and peace to you, Christ Community family. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. I pray for God's blessings and God's grace and love and mercy to abound for each and every one of you, and for your families, and for your workplaces, and for your schools. For this first Wednesday's word, devotional for this year, I wanted to share from a very famous passage from the Gospel of John. I think this passage is important for us to be reminded and recentered as we begin our new year. Gospel of John chapter 13 verse 34 and 35. A new command I give you. Love one another as I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. In this passage in the Gospel of John, Jesus is sharing one of his most famous teachings, love one another as I have loved you. Now, if you understand this context of when this happened, this is so profound because Jesus said this as he was washing his disciples' feet, as he was also predicting Judas's betrayal. Jesus probably felt a lot of emotions during this moment, right? Humanly speaking, especially knowing what was to come, Jesus probably had every right to just go off and express his disappointment and concern and just be upset. Yet instead, Jesus set a holy standard to not only be kind, but also to love patiently, and to love sacrificially, and to love generously. Many times we try to struggle with loving one another. And as the saying goes, actions speak louder than words. Jesus taught us that the people would recognize his followers by the kind of patient, sacrificial, and generous love. Many times we struggle with loving one another because we forget the love that Jesus shared for us. But if you understand the context and the background of when he said this, right? Understanding the pain that Jesus probably was going through in the complexity of emotions, it's even more profound and more powerful and moving to know how and why Jesus said this as he was washing his disciples' feet, as he was predicting Judas's betrayal. How do we reflect Christ in our words and actions? How do we treat one another as Jesus taught us to? How do we experience the love of Christ transforming us first so that we can extend that to others? Whereas one of my mentor pastors has told me, how are you going to be the hands and feet of Christ to that person that you encounter? So many times we don't understand, we don't realize that sometimes we can be that hands and feet of Christ to that person for that first time. Even the other day when I had the chance to pray for someone in the community, one of the small business owners here, that person kept saying, I'm not that much of a good person, I'm not that much of a nice person, but I said, let me pray for you. How can you be the hands and feet of Christ? How can you love one another so that people know that you are loved by Christ? Love you all, but God loves you more. I hope you have a blessed week.